Welcome back to Off the Record. I can see a lot of interesting posters here. Rule number 1, if we don't take care of the customer, somebody else will. Well, very well put, but Dave, on Off the Record, there are no rules because I'm not used to following rules. And in your case as well, I think going by your career trajectory, you're somebody who's not really followed the beaten track. You dared to be different. How did your family initially react? I mean, from somebody who's flying on private jets with top-notch CEOs of the biggest companies, presiding over several mergers and acquisitions, finally to give it all up, all those plum assignments in the US, and then come down here to an unknown land virtually, no one in Chennai, and to start from scratch and build this empire. What do I ask you? How did it all fit into place?
Yeah. Well, to your first part of the question, Sanjay, how did the family feel? They all, they all thought I have gone bonkers, absolutely. But actually, in a lot of ways, when I look back 10 years back, and I think the decision-making process was that of a 30-year-old. I think there was not a whole lot of thought put into it. I was in San Francisco.
It was not impulsive. It was well thought out.
Half and half. There was, I definitely think there was some thought put into it, but a lot of it was impulse as well. I mean, there was the desire to do something entrepreneurial, and we had our first son. He was 3 months old, and just decided to go right from Fisherman's Wharf to come to Fisherman's Cove.
Now, that's interesting because when you started off, you're a 10-year-old company now. When you started off, you had 9/11, and then I think businesses took, especially in your line, took a big hit. To say it took a hit itself is an understatement. Did you at any time then feel this was not really, have I done the right thing? Did those thoughts cross your mind? Because it was a huge risk. Yeah. To move from a comfort zone into something to a, an unknown land, as I said earlier, and to take such a huge risk with your career.
Sure. No, it was a huge risk, and I had no capital, no savings, and there was. You had the comfort of a salary to walk out of this with a young child. It was a risk. When we were going through tough times,
did you want to turn back?
I did not. I don't think I ever wanted to turn back. I mean, it just made me stronger and said, we have to figure a way out, and we did. So no, I don't think the thought ever crossed my mind to go back. What I would question is our execution. Are we thinking the right way? Are we doing things the right way? It was never about. Did I make a mistake doing this? No.
What if one of these employees one day walk into your cabin and tell you, sir, we want to leave and we want to start something of our own? Yes, initially the prospect of losing a good employee would arise, but what would you tell that person, honestly?
Well, I would be very happy. I would be happy because, they have a spark, they have a desire, and if they have a good business plan, and if I think they are ready for it, I would ask them to allow me to invest in their venture.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you would you would probably even fund their venture.
Absolutely. I mean,
Have you come across such situations?
I've had some people come and talk about doing something entrepreneurial, and they've asked me, my opinion, and I have shared my thoughts with them. In some cases, I've said, give it a little more time, get some more experience. Sometimes they discuss their business ideas, and I share whatever my thoughts are. I'm very open about it. I mean, everyone has a right to pursue their dreams, and if we can enable it, we should. If we cannot enable it, at least let's not come in the way.
Yes, passion is the underlying sort of force that has driven you and Ajuba all these years. Apart from passion, what else has really come to your rescue? I mean, yes, I know your education, for instance, the kind of background that you have, your academic background. What else has really come that stood you in good stead? The one factor.
I think my relationship with my team, with the entire management, senior management at Ajuba, all the key people who joined us in the early years, and also rest of the team. I think my relationship has really helped me personally in having the confidence to build the organization, and I think collectively we've been able to weather a lot of storms.
What were some of these storms?
I think 9/11 to begin with was one. And then when the US elections were going on, there was a lot of negativism about offshoring, and we had to deal with a lot of that in the US, especially with customers. And we saw a lot of challenges in convincing people to move work offshore. And then with the downturn, there were other challenges. I mean, On the execution side, just like any other startup, we faced some challenges in the initial days, but I think if anything, our execution operations has been just fantastic. I think overall, I would say that the challenges have been more, on how you build the business and stay sensitive to the environment in the US as well. But overall, I think now our challenges are more the good challenges, which is how you build the business, how you grow the business. And
what are your net profits like right now?
Our profits margins are amongst in the top quartile in the industry. We've actually been profitable since our first full year of operations.
That's amazing, profits from almost the very beginning, but that kind of explains your tagline here, inspiring results, and that's because of inspired people. Now, how exactly are these people inspired to work the way they do? We'll tell you more after a short break on Off the Record. Stay tuned.